Hello, this is Matthew Vadney. I'm just giving you a quick explanation of the Waffle grid and using Google Drive to organize your papers in a nutshell. Okay, so here is your Gmail account once you've arrived in. I'm just doing that to reduce distractions. In the upper right-hand corner, there's what I like to call the Waffle grid, and it says Google Apps. When you click there, you get the side menu of all the tools that Google offers. And these, obviously, this is Mail and Calendar. There's Drive, which I'll talk about in a moment. Then there's Docs, which is like an online version of Microsoft Word. Sheets, an online version of Excel. Slides, which is an online version of PowerPoint or Smart Notebook. Sites, where you can make your own websites, perhaps topic specific or something that kids work on. Certainly have your groups and contacts. You can also have a video meeting, somewhat like Skype. Now, always remember to scroll down. The thing is about these Google side menus is that they're not always obvious that there's more to what you see. When you scroll down, you get a lot more. YouTube, which is owned by Google. And if you make your own videos like this one, you can directly post it to YouTube for access by anyone. Certainly photos. Vault, I believe, is a kind of a archive. Forms, which is what you could create online tests and quizzes and track data or do surveys like I have. And then, of course, at the very bottom is Google Classroom, where the teachers can set up a classroom, post any kind of assignment, whether it's a video, whether it's any kind of Google type form or document, and then you can share multiple copies with students with a click, and I'll get into that another time. Now, in terms of getting organized, you have your Drive, your Google Drive, when you click on that diamond, and that, of course, is effectively an online version of our H Drive. Whenever you get a document, it's a good habit to immediately, like for example, here's something that Mr. Miller sent out the other day. So as soon as you get this, at the top in the toolbar, you'll see a gray folder. And if you click on that, move to, it will prompt you. As you can see, I made several folders already. In this case, this one is already in what I call staff materials. But you can make that folder or any folder that you need, even folders within folders, by clicking on this little icon. When you do that, it'll give you a name. So let's say I'm going to go to there. Okay, I'm in here. This is schedules. So I'm going to make a folder for schedules. So I'm going to click that. I'll call it schedules. Then I'll click the check mark and it creates a folder. Obviously I haven't done this before, so I'm adding the document there. And there's the schedule. So you can always access that folder. Say this is a Google Doc, if I'm correct. When you click on the Google Docs home, obviously you'll see the most recent file that you've done lately at the top. But if you go to your folders, open the file picker, sounds like something, tarnation, you would go to, for my case, I know that it's in staff materials, and then I'd find schedules. And there it is, okay? So there are team drives, like there is a team drive for KTS that David Peel set up. That might be more for high school, but that's something we can create. All right. So that is how H Drive is. A lot of times, let's say you come across something like, I don't have any, when I have this folder, I call it generic reading and writing objectives. This is so that I can do some writing at home. I don't have this in a folder anywhere. I just have it. So I'm going to put one. So I'm going to click on Move To. I'm going to look at my drive. You could say this is an assessment. Okay. And this, but I'm going to make a folder for that. I'm going to click on Annotation Framed Responses. Okay. And then I'll click Check. And then it'll go in there. And it's a good idea to spend some time whenever you can over the next few days to go through your drive and all your documents. Like here's a video of some kids made for their academic, not academic fair, for our Parade of Nations. I forget what the event is called. We made a movie about that. We have awards. I have all this stuff, country clubs. So you might want to spend time over the next few days just randomly, opening up things that don't seem to be organized. Click on it, and I'm going to make a new folder here. Call it Field Trips. Check. Move. Okay. And in the meantime, every time someone shares a document with you, get into the habit of putting it into one of your folders or creating a folder with it. Get into the mentality of categorizing. And so over time, all your documents will go into folders and they'll be faster and easier to get organized. One last thing about your drive is whenever you click on New, you get all the options for the kinds of different Google tools at your disposal. Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. Again, Docs is like online version of Word. Sheets is like Excel. Slides is like PowerPoint and Smart Notebook, though maybe perhaps easier. If you click on More, you get you get Forms, which is sort of like what you would use to make surveys and tests and quizzes. And there can be trainings on that. Google Drawings, which is kind of like drawing tools. I'll probably use that for kids to, diagram sentences, which is really exciting. Certainly Googling your maps and Google Sites where you can make your own websites topic specific. Okay, well that's the Google Drive and Google Tools and the Waffle Grid in a nutshell. I hope this was helpful. Thanks very much.